That's your car, paid for or not. They will come to you. Have an extra car? Sell it to us today or trade in to upgrade. Swantees of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95 right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
We all know sleep is important, but did you know poor sleep is linked to one of the scariest illnesses out there? I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, back with a report that just might keep you up at night.
Red alert, Yahoo users. You've fallen in a trap that could ruin your life. If you keep using Yahoo,
you consent to sharing all data in your email account with our AI providers, and you grant us a perpetual license to use, display, publish, and publicly distribute your content in any media known now or in the future, and to let other users access and distribute it as well.
Yikes! It's time to switch to StartMail, the only email that's AI-free and private by design. StartMail.com.
Forget about beauty rest. We need dementia prevention sleep. Nearly 1 in 8 dementia cases, which adds up to about 500,000 cases across the country, may be linked to insomnia, the disorder that makes it hard to get enough sleep. Now, a direct cause and effect relationship is yet to be established, but the link between dementia and sleeplessness is undeniable, making further research necessary. In the meantime, might I suggest fluffing your pillows, drinking some chamomile tea, and going to bed at a decent hour just to be safe? You could be doing yourself and your loved ones a huge favor down the line. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, encouraging you to check out my YouTube channel and catch my 2-hour live radio show every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern on the Republic Broadcasting Network.
Route 66 Broadband has always provided the fastest and most reliable service in Mojave Valley, Golden Shores, Golden Valley, and Needles. Amazing speed and flexible data plans. Digital TV and phone service available too. In Needles, call 760-326-4190. In Mojave Valley, call 928-565-4190. Visit their website at route66broadband.com.
From the KTOX AM 1340 and 92.9 FM Weather Center, I'm Charles Dixon. Clear sky and 84 degrees on Route 66 in Needles, and good afternoon to listeners in Bullhead City. Currently clear sky and 84 degrees for you. Getting down to 59 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the upper 70s. Sky is clear. Temperatures in the mid-80s on Saturday. That's your KTOX Tri-State weather. Brought to you by Route 66 Broadband.
KTOX.
The opinions voiced on the Rob Hanson radio program are those of the host and the callers, and not necessarily those of KTOX and Reuben Broadcasting.
Oh my goodness gracious me, mercy sakes alive. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. Let's get this thing started, shall we? I think we shall.
It's the Miss Rob Hanson radio program on KTOX 1340 AM, now with FM on 92.9 FM. The Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader.
Oh, welcome. 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. So, good evening, hello, and welcome. Or whatever's left of it after another day of Democrat chaos. If you're just tuning in, buckle up, because we're going to deep dive into the hypocrisy and the scandals, and that are the absolute moral bankruptcy we're seeing from the Democrat Party. We're going to talk about two stories that prove once again that while Democrats scream about accountability and high crimes, they're the ones with their hands dirty up to their elbows in the biggest scandals tearing this country apart. First, House Democrats just filed articles of impeachment against Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. a man who's, actually trying to keep America safe in the middle of this Iran mess. And second, the disgusting legal troubles from former Gettysburg Mayor Chad Allen Carr, a Democrat who just got busted on multiple child sex crime charges and is having to be dragged back from Texas. Stick with me, folks. We're gonna unpack this, connect the dots, and show you exactly why the Democrat Party is rotten to the core and responsible for the majority of America's major scandals. So grab your coffee, turn it up to 11 or more, and we're going to start off this latest clown show in Washington. House Democrats filing articles of impeachment against Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. This happened just yesterday, April 15th, led by none other than Representative Yazam Asari from Arizona, the first Iranian-American Democrat in Congress. Mind you, a small group of House Democrats dropped a resolution with 6 articles of impeachment. They're accusing Secretary Hegseth of high crimes and misdemeanors over U.S. operations against Iran, plus a laundry list of other gripes. Now, let's break down exactly what they're claiming, because, like everything else, this is rich. Article 1, unauthorized war against Iran and reckless endangerment of U.S. troops. They say Hegseth and the administration violated the Constitution by acting without a formal congressional declaration of war. Article 2, violations of law, the law of armed conflict. Basically accusing our military of targeting civilians, hitting hospitals, schools, you name it. They're throwing around the Geneva Convention like they're experts, while American service members are dodging Iranian missiles. Then there's Article 3. Negligence with sensitive military information. Yeah. They're dragging up that old Signalgate nonsense from the group chat. Article 4. Obstruction of congressional oversight. Yeah, they're claiming that Pete Hegseth, because he's not giving them all of his operational plans and whatnot and so forth, is obstructing congressional oversight. Article 5, abuse of power, politicizing the armed forces. This goes hand in hand with his recent firing of top military officers. And, of course, Article 6, the catch-all, conduct that brings disrepute upon the U.S. and its military. They even reference some strike on a girls' school in Iran and claims about civilian casualties. This is pure theater. The House is Republican-controlled. This resolution is going straight to the Judiciary Committee, and, well, frankly, it's going to die there. It's not about law, it's about headlines. It's Democrats trying to tie the Trump administration up while we're dealing with a real war. Naval blockade of Iran, strikes on Hezbollah, and a brand spanking new 10-day ceasefire with Lebanon that President Trump just announced. While our Secretary of Defense is out there projecting strength and trying to end the chaos, Democrats are filing paperwork to smear him. And, of course, who's leading the charge? A Democrat with ties to the very region we're fighting in. Representative Ansari says that it's about defending constitutional war powers. Give me a break. Where were these same Democrats when Biden was drone striking weddings in the Middle East, or when Obama was bombing Libya without Congress? Crickets, I tell you. But now that a strong conservative like Pete Hegseth is in the Pentagon, suddenly it's a constitutional crisis. This is the same party that spent years on the Russia collusion hoaxes. 2 separate impeachments of President Trump that went nowhere. And endless lawfare against anyone who threatens their power. Meanwhile, America's watching gas prices spike, our troops are in harm's way, and the left is more worried about scoring political points than winning the fight against Iran. It's pure distraction. While they impeach a guy trying to protect us, their own house is on fire with scandals that are actually hurt real people, especially kids. And that brings us to our second half of tonight's monologue. And this one's absolutely positively sickening. Let's talk about Gettysburg's borough's mayor, Chad Allen Carr, a proud Democrat who just got exposed for what he really is. This guy was elected mayor back in November 2025. He beat the incumbent Democrat Rita Freeling in a Democratic primary by just 43 votes, and then won the general election. Took office January 1st, 2026, served less than 3 months. Then boom, on March 3rd, he suddenly resigned, citing a personal legal matter. And we all know what that usually means. By March 13th, the charges dropped. Pennsylvania State Police and Adams County DA hit him with felony counts. 2 counts of photographing or filming a sex act depicting a child on a computer. Plus corruption of minors. Allegations go back over a decade. Grooming a minor, explicit online conduct using apps like Grindr to meet young people. Carr had deep ties to the local community theater scene, directing plays at the Gettysburg Community Theater and the Algeburg Performing Arts Center. Some of the victims say they met him through theater programs, summer camps, and even house parties where minors were drinking. The first victim came forward saying Carr groomed him when he was a minor. Then the DA holds a press conference and asks for more tips. And boy, oh boy, did they get them. By April 8th, 3 more victims step up. New felony charges, 2 counts of sexual assault, another count of depicting a sexual act with a child on a computer, and 2 more counts of corruption of minors. The details are heartbreaking and infuriating. One victim was a teenager who met Carr through the theater, lived with him, saw him as a mentor, then woke up to an assault. The other was 15, involved in summer camps, groomed at parties, texts, explicit photos solicited from kids. One victim's mother only connected the dots after seeing Carr's mugshot on the news. And here's the kicker. Carr didn't stick around and face music like a man. He fled to Texas. He left Gettysburg and headed to Texas. Adams County Sheriff issued a warrant, tracked him to Anderson County, Texas. And just a few days ago, on April 9th, local Texas deputies arrested him on the Pennsylvania warrants. Body cam footage shows the takedown. He's now sitting in a Texas jail, waiting for extradition back to Pennsylvania. The arraignment was supposed to happen today on the original charges. Bail was set high, but with these new counts, he's looking at some serious time. This is a Democrat elected official who ran on the Democratic ticket. Being another Democrat, represented the party in a historic town like Gettysburg. He was involved in local pride events, community theater that serves kids. Now he's facing multiple felony sex crimes against children and young people. Multiple victims. A pattern that allegedly went on for years while he climbed the political ladder in Democratic circles. This isn't an isolated incident. As we talked about yesterday, and we've talked about in the past, this is not isolated incidents. While Democrats in Congress waste time impeaching Pete Hegseth for doing his job, one of their own mayors is out there preying on children. They want us to believe that they're the party of protecting the innocent or the vulnerable. Please give me a break. Look at the timeline. Carr gets elected as a Democrat in 2025, serves for a few weeks, scandals explode in 2026, right as the national spotlight is on Democrat-led attacks in Washington. This is what happens when the left controls the narrative. They protect their own until the evidence is undeniable. They lecture us about decency while their elected officials are caught in child exploitation scandals. Remember, this is the same party that has defended drag events for kids, fought parental rights in schools, and now we had a Democrat mayor with theater connections facing exactly the same kind of allegations that should make every parent sick. And it's just not Carr. How many times have we seen this? Democrat politicians, Hollywood elites, big city mayors involving sex trafficking, corruption, abuse of power. And what do the Democrats do? Well, they circle the wagons or stay silent until the media has no choice but to report it. Meanwhile, they weaponize impeachments against conservatives who are actually fighting for border security, energy independence, and military strength. Hegseth is out there dealing with a naval blockade. Potential talks with Iran, a fragile Lebanon ceasefire that Trump just brokered, and Democrats respond by trying to drag him through the mud. At the exact same time, a Democrat ex-mayor is being extradited for child sex charges. The contrast couldn't be clearer. And this is why trust in government is in the toilet. This is why millions of Americans voted for change in 2024 and will probably do so again in the 2025 midterms or the 2026 midterms. The Democrat Party isn't just out of control. It's out of touch. It's rotten to the core. Scandals like Carr don't happen in a vacuum. When you have a party that prioritizes power, identity politics, and covering for its own over basic morality and law, this is what you get. Now, I want every listener out there to think about this for a minute. While your kids are at school or in community theater or online, who's really looking out for them? I'll tell you, this was not the party that's filing symbolic impeachment papers against the defense secretary. Not the parties who elected officials keep getting busted for the worst crimes imaginable. If you want to call in and talk about this, that's fine. 855-586-9134. Phone lines are going to be open after the break. But before we pause, let me say this loud and clear. The American people are waking up. We see the hypocrisy. We see the scandals. And we're not going to let the Democrat machine keep hiding behind resistance while their own members destroy lives. We'll be right back after these messages with your phone calls at 855-586-9134. Oh, I'm sick and tired of it. How about you? 855-586-9134. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX. The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
Attention all business owners. If you have been looking for a reliable cleaning service, stop searching. River Life Pros are the best in the industry. River Life Pros are a family-owned mother-daughter cleaning service revitalizing businesses from Needles to Laughlin. Licensed and bonded, Carrie Ann, Kylie, and Ashley will go the extra mile to make your enterprise sparkle. Make an appointment today with River Life Pros by calling 702-859-2480, 813-812-3097, or go to homecleaningmojavivalley.com.
Dandy Donuts and Deli offers the best donuts and pastries in the tri-state area, hands down, and they are baked fresh every day. Dandy features 9 flavors of boba tea and a variety of smoothies, including espresso, mocha, and Thai tea. Their deli menu makes for a perfect lunch when you're on the go. Dandy Donuts and Deli at 4630 Highway 95 in Fort Mojave. Order online for fast pickup or call 928-444-1100.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lanre Falusi with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Did you know that tooth decay is an infection? Luckily, cavities are largely preventable. The bacteria that cause cavities pass from parents to children, so good oral health is a family affair. Take care of baby teeth as soon as they emerge by brushing them with a smear of toothpaste with fluoride. Talk with your pediatrician about your baby's oral health and take him to the dentist by age 1. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds. And most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
we rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Be sure to tune in this weekend to America Outdoors Radio. I'm John Cruz, host and producer of this hour-long show. Every week, we cover fishing, we cover hunting, we cover the shooting sports, and we do it with you in mind. This is no ordinary hook and bullet show. This is America Outdoors Radio.
Join America Outdoors Radio, Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. right here on KTOX Radio, 1340 AM and 104.1 FM.
KTOX 1340 AM, standing up for truth, justice, and a decent cup of coffee.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Oh, and welcome. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program, 855-586-9134. Got a couple of calls stacked up already, but, get yourself in the queue there if you have something to say about this. Let's go to the phones. KTOX, you are on the air. Thanks for waiting.
Thanks, Miss Rob. I hear what you're saying and everything like that, but it's like you don't give a damn about the Epstein files, and
when did I ever say that? No, you get to hang on now, because when did I ever say that I was against or wasn't for the releasing of the Epstein files? Go ahead and answer that one now. Oh, you hung up, coward. Anyway, KTOX, you're on the air.
Hi, Rob. This is Kenny in Yucca.
Hi, Kenny in Yucca. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I just wanted to mention that it's all meaningless because there's no such thing as a Department of Defense, and there's no such thing as a secretary of a non-existent department.
Okay, I'm confused.
DOW.
Department of War, whatever. Department of Defense, Department of War.
No, not whatever. It says in the document that if they're impeaching the Department of Defense, then it's a meaningless document because there is no such thing as the Department of Defense.
Well, until recently, it was the Department of Defense.
Well, what does the document say? Department of Defense or Department of War?
I don't know. It's a silly thing to argue about. Really, it's splitting.
Well, no.
Come on, it's splitting hairs now.
In court, it can't be meaningless.
Yeah, we're talking about Congress.
One word will cost you a case.
Right, and we're
Democrats
talking about
are bringing up a case they can't win because the one word is wrong.
No, it's not necessarily that. It's not going to go anywhere anyway because, it's a Republican-controlled House of Representatives. So it's gonna sit there in the Judicial Committee and it's going to die a death. Not just because of one word, just because it's nonsense altogether.
Well, Democrats have historically been nothing but nonsense.
No,
all my life.
I'm going to agree with you on that. And of course, Chuckles, he has to come out. Oh, you don't believe in the Epstein files. I have been for releasing the Epstein files for 2 terms.
Well, they've made such a mess out of it. What are the files and what are not the files that everyone keeps talking about?
I know, and it's become at this point meaningless.
Right.
And I understand that, and I feel people's frustration. However, while Chuck tried to take over my program, and he was very upset that I turned him down. I frankly don't care. The question still stands. When have I ever not been about releasing the Epstein files?
Well, what happened to Chuck happened to him while he was standing in the guard shack in Kaiserslautern, Germany. That kind of thing drives you crazy, and that's what happened to him.
Is that what it is? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just silly. All right. And what he was trying to do is, well, Trump was mentioned in the Epstein files. Why aren't they going after him, hammer and tongs? Well, they did. They tried. They failed because, one, the so-called charges that were levied against President Trump were found to be baseless. Not just by a Trump administration, by a Biden administration, by an Obama administration. They were found to be baseless. One, because the complainant herself said, yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Well, actually, Chuck succeeded the conversations about the Epstein files instead of the impeachment process.
Well, the impeachment process isn't going anywhere. And what sickens me, what absolutely positively sickens me, all right, this ex-mayor from Gettysburg, he needs to be under the jail. We've got Swalwell. Did you know one of his accused crimes is going up against a minor, assaulting a minor, or sex with a minor, whichever? Yeah, I understand that the Republicans are no better. Take a look at Tony Gonzalez out of Texas. But every time that the Democrats seem to be getting beat up everywhere else, they go and pull a stunt like this, especially a stunt being pulled by Arizona Democrat. What's her name? Yeah, her.
Hobbs?
No, it's not Hobbs. It's not Hobbs. It's was it Arizona Representative Yasmin Azari from Arizona. One of our state representatives. Doesn't represent our district, but they represent Arizona.
What kind of a crazy district would elect her? Where's she at?
I don't know which one. That's a good question. Let's look that up real quick. Oh, da 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 da. Do 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 do. Let's see here now. 3rd Congressional District here in Arizona.
Well, I don't have a map.
Well, let's see. That's where is that? I think that's in and around Phoenix someplace.
There's about 10 districts at least in Phoenix.
Yeah,
probably.
I know. A lot of people. Anyway, but it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. And let's see. What? Yes, I know. I just said that. 3rd Congressional District. Yeah, what area is it from? I'm not told it. Jiminy Christmas. He didn't know. I don't know either. But
let me get my glasses on.
Oh, yeah, Phoenix, Glendale, and Guadalupe.
There you go.
So there you go. I just had to expand my search.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, it helps when we know where the crazy people exist.
Well, Earth.
Well, we already knew that
Earth,
in Phoenix.
Milky Way galaxy, the Sol system.
Yeah.
Come on, do you want precise map locations?
Well, the problem,
KTOX.
The grievance I have isn't with KTOX; it's with the government for not putting out maps of the districts after they design the districts.
Yeah, they're available.
The maps are available.
They're available. It's just you actually kind of have to go online to get them.
You
anymore.
do, yes.
Yeah, they don't have them at the library. I know that.
Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. You go up to the library and say, "Hey, look, I want to see the map for the congressional districts of Arizona." They will direct you to where it is.
So
you
how
have
come
to
they're
ask
not
the
prominent
librarian.
someplace where? How come they're not prominent someplace where you can find them?
Well, you can also go into the county building. They'll be more than happy to provide you with a political map, especially of Mojave County.
So what they've done in the past is direct me to a computer.
Well,
I don't
there you
operate
go.
computers.
Well,
I
that's
don't operate computers. I need a map. I need a physical printed map put in the mail and sent to me.
okay. Well, then you call them and ask. And
They
they'll
would probably do that.
They'll
if you,
probably
yeah,
do that
if you
for
call
you.
them and ask them,
Say,
yeah.
look, I don't have a computer. I don't have access to a computer. Could you please mail that to me? Sure. Give us $15 and we'll make it even color. Wall size even. I don't know. I'm kidding. I don't know. But I'm sure they would for you. I'm sure they would for you.
Just for kidding.
No, for anybody, really. But welcome to the technological age, Kenny.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, you have a good one, man.
Well, Ruben Gallego.
You too.
Ruben Gallego is also in the 3rd district, and he's
he's
Eric Swallowswell.
It's one of his buddies. Yeah.
Best buddies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on yesterday defending himself up and down. You know what? You're defending yourself too much. It sounds bad when you do that.
Yeah. Well, I talked about that issue yesterday.
Okay.
Where I was eviscerating both sides of that same coin.
Yeah.
Because we have Republican Tony Gonzalez out of Texas, and this guy, he was running for state governor.
Who was?
Swalwell.
Yeah, right.
Swalwell was running for governor.
Right. Where he
Matter
was
of fact, he was very heavily favored.
Yes. And the fun, he was under scrutiny for renting a room from somebody too, for getting a California address.
Yeah, probably.
Which you're allowed to do, as long as you live there over 6 months. 6 months and 1 day.
That's fine. I honestly really don't care.
Yeah.
Here's what I care about. All right. He slept with a freaking spy.
Yes, absolutely.
He slept with a Chinese spy.
And,
by the name of Feng Feng.
Right. The sad thing about this, that he has to be dropped out of that, is that gives more Democrats a chance. Now, the Democrats that have packed that field for governor of California, they were going to lose because 2 Republicans were going to be the top 2 head.
Well, that's that's one of them. But there are the Republican right now is the front runner for the moment.
That's Hilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sheriff Bianco. I like Sheriff Bianco.
Yeah,
I do. I like him.
But we haven't gotten through the primaries.
No, I know. But see if they were at 2 top at one time, both of those 2 at the top,
right?
And if it would have ended that way, those 2 would be running against each other,
right?
And there would be a Republican governor. Period.
I don't know. I'm not. I haven't been too impressed with your last 2 Republican governors.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he couldn't do nothing. It was all,
No, his hands were tied.
It was all packed with Democrats. The whole city, the whole
thing.
state.
Yeah,
the whole state. All of Sacramento was.
Well, the thing is, the only thing he had was the power of veto, which he did not utilize enough.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get along.
Right.
So you wanted to stick around.
Yeah, I want to stick around.
But
just like when he come up and met me, how are you?
I am good. I've stuck around. Anyway, It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. Thank you for the calls. And 855-586-9134 is the number. You are more than welcome to call in as well. We'll be right back. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi. Because time is money, and we're always on time.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
KTOX would love to do your advertising. If your organization or business needs a little help, KTOX can get your name out on the air. We have the best advertising rates in the area. Reach us by email at ktoxradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562. That's KTOXradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562.
Dandy Donuts and Deli offers the best donuts and pastries in the tri-state area, hands down, and they are baked fresh every day. Dandy features 9 flavors of boba tea and a variety of smoothies, including espresso, mocha, and Thai tea. Their deli menu makes for a perfect lunch when you're on the go. Dandy Donuts and Deli at 4630 Highway 95 in Fort Mojave. Order online for fast pickup or call 928-444-1100.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Swantees of Bullhead City wants to make your life easier. Swantees has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantees features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantees wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you, have an extra car, sell it to us today, or trade in to upgrade. Swantees of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95, right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
Has anybody told you about Coast to Coast AM tonight?
Coast to Coast is one of those programs that deals with strange mysteries. We'll look at Bigfoot. We'll look at UFOs. We'll look at real science. And we'll also look at conspiracies and what it all means to you, the listeners of Coast to Coast AM.
It's the best in overnight talk radio. Coast to Coast AM.
That's Coast to Coast every night at 10 p.m. right here on KTOX.
Hi, Crystal again from High Desert Heat. Never before in history has it been more important to hang on to your Second Amendment rights. Times are changing fast. Make sure you and your family are protected. At High Desert Heat, we have all your Second Amendment needs. Weekly CCW classes as well as training or even a try before you buy. Custom Cerakoting, engraving, ladies private and group shooting classes. We are your hometown family-friendly one-stop shop. High Desert Heat, 4410 Highway 95, Fort Mojave, Arizona, 928-763-4328.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
Developers and investors, located in beautiful Needles, California. This is your opportunity. Riverlux Resort, a city-approved 15-acre mixed-use development along the Colorado River, zoned PUD and C2, ready for retail, resort, and residential growth. Prime location between the river and the golf course, where lifestyle meets potential. Visit riverluxresort.com and discover the vision.
KTOX Needles, the very best in live local talk.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Oh, and welcome back. Sorry about that moment of silence.
That's for the listener who still suffers.
That was for those. No, that was for the talk show host who is currently suffering. Because I had to grab something to drink and to swallow a huge pill. Anyway, 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. You know, I understand where people, especially those on the left, get upset and want to strike out against the right. And I'm going to be honest, Trump made a lot of promises, a lot of campaign promises. And even a lot of people on the right are upset that, you know, he hasn't delivered on those campaign promises immediately. And that everything is coasting along. Trust me, I was not happy when I paid $4 for a dozen eggs the other night. Was not happy at all. I wasn't happy when I paid $3.99 for a gallon of gas. I wasn't happy when that total fill up was $50, or roughly thereabouts. I'm not happy that my overall cost of living has gone up significantly. And it is a I don't think it's the Trump administration's fault completely. We have states that continue to waste money. We have mayors in New York that, on yesterday published videos on gloating on how much that they're going to be taxing the rich in New York City. Gloating. Wishing them a happy tax day. You got New York governor begging and pleading for businesses to stay in New York. Not necessarily New York City, but New York, period. And we've got bad actors like New York City mayor raising taxes. Raising taxes. Specifically on the rich. Well, what happens when you raise taxes on the rich? Costs go up. In order to be able to maintain their wealth, they raise prices. They raise prices on goods and services. If they're having to pay more in taxes on the back end, they're going to charge you more on the front end. That's how that goes. You think you're getting a break. You're looking forward to free bus rides through New York City. Government-run grocery stores. By the way, you want to know what the projected cost of their New York-run government grocery store in New York City is going to cost them? Just one?
Oh my gosh!
$30 million. That's just to get it open. Now, when have you known government to do anything efficiently?
All right, yeah, that's not going to be efficient. No way.
When have you known government workers to do things efficiently?
Now, about $30 million, maybe $8 million is going to go towards the grocery store, and $22 million is going to go to somebody's pocket.
Probably.
Yeah.
Those free bus rides, you're still going to have to pay the bus driver. You're still going to have to maintain the bus fleet. Oh, by the way, New York City is not a small place.
Mm-hmm. Free doesn't mean free. Free means that you're going to pay for it one way or another in your tax.
You're going to pay for it.
Your sales tax, your property tax, your income tax, your car tax.
Well, the rich are going
gas
to pay
tax.
all that.
Yeah, the rich are moving.
Yeah, I know. The rich are moving out.
Yeah, the rich are saying, you know what, I'll come and visit, but no, I'm not going to have a resident here.
You
And
know, they changed the song of moving on up to moving on out.
Yeah, and you're
moving on out
now
to Florida.
They can sell their place and move somewhere else and go back there and visit as much as they want.
No, they can't.
Oh, he's saying they can't visit?
No, New York is proposing to continue to tax you.
Oh my gosh! After you leave.
Once you leave.
Yeah, no, that's wow.
Because that you have done damage to the state.
They can't do that.
I know they can't do that, but that's what they're saying they want to do. They're trying to pass a law that will allow them to continue to tax you on income you make outside of the state. If you were a business that moved out of state.
How come we are giving this mayor this much power? He's only a mayor, just a mayor. He's not a governor. He's not a state senator. He's not a state representative. He's a mayor.
Yeah.
The mayor's
mayor of New York City wield tremendous executive power.
Well, same as L.A. Yes.
Yeah, same as L.A.
Yeah.
And what they do, the country watches.
Yes.
And if New York can get away with it, Needles, California can get away with it too.
Yep.
If L.A. can get away with it, Austin, Texas can definitely get away with it. Or Denver, Colorado. Or Laramie, Wyoming. Or you name any other.
Laramie, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
No. Sturgis, South Dakota.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody's watching to say, they got away with it. We're going to do it.
Exactly. Anyway, it is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. I'm really wondering what this, whether this communist or socialist, or we'll just call it communist agenda in New York City is actually going to survive his full term. We'll be back. KTOX Needles.
KTOX and K281CR Needles.
If you are just turning on your radios,
this is KTOX.
To bring you up to date on the news.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Trump has nominated a former Deputy Surgeon General to be the next director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
The top post at the CDC has been a revolving door the past few months as Donald Trump's first nominee withdrew and the second was fired after less than a month on the job. Erica Schwartz is the president's latest nominee. In addition to being a former Deputy Surgeon General, Schwartz also served as Chief Medical Officer for the U.S. Coast Guard. She holds both medical and law degrees. The Atlanta-based CDC is charged with protecting Americans from preventable health threats. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Near Washington, a murder-suicide involving a former Virginia lieutenant governor and his wife.
Virginia police say that Justin Fairfax, the state's former lieutenant governor, has shot and killed his wife and then fatally shot himself. Fairfax County police say both were found dead at their Northern Virginia home after the couple's teenage son called 911 shortly after midnight. Officers responded to the home in January after Justin Fairfax alleged that his wife had assaulted him. Police say that at some point during the couple's divorce proceedings that Mrs. Fairfax had set up video cameras inside the home. After reviewing those cameras, police concluded that that alleged assault never occurred. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The Artemis II astronauts who ignited a lunar renaissance are giving high marks to their moon ship for its performance during re-entry, especially the heat shield. They held their first news conference Thursday since returning to Earth. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 115 points, the Nasdaq rose 86, the S&P advanced 18. More at townhall.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Penalties and interest are piling up every single day. Wage garnishments and bank levies could hit any moment. If you've been avoiding it out of fear, you're not alone. But waiting only shrinks your options and ramps up the stress. The truth is, the IRS settles with taxpayers every day through legitimate programs, and many qualify to reduce what they owe, in some cases by up to 99%. That's why thousands turn to helpwithirsdebt.com. They've guided over 120,000 Americans, resolved more than $2.3 billion in tax debt, and back every case with their ironclad resolution guarantee. If there's no real path forward, you get a full refund, no fine print. They even randomly select one qualifying client each year and pay off their entire IRS balance. Terms apply. Don't let another day pass. Go to helpwithirsdebt.com right now. It's fast, easy, and confidential. Find out what's possible today. Helpwithirsdebt.com. Once again, That's helpwithirsdebt.com.
Swantee's a Bullhead City, wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you. Have an extra car? Sell it to us today or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95 right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
It's not just Americans who prefer to pull themselves up by their bootstraps rather than ask for assistance. This desire for independence spans cultures and gender. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, back soon to explain, and I won't need any help either.
Red alert, Yahoo users. You've fallen in a trap that could ruin your life. If you keep using Yahoo,
you consent to sharing all data in your email account with our AI providers, and you grant us a perpetual license to use, display, publish, and publicly distribute your content in any media known now or in the future, and to let other users access and distribute it as well.
yikes, it's time to switch to StartMail, the only email that's AI-free and private by design. StartMail.com.
According to a recent study that included 12 countries and thousands of participants, people just aren't too keen on asking for a helping hand. Even in extreme community-based cultures, the majority proclaimed they'd rather rely on their gut instincts than seek outside help when solving a problem or making a big life decision. This is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's good to be self-reliant, but closing ourselves off from outside advice deprives us of valuable wisdom and can even be a sign of pride. Remember, asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht for StartMail.com, the AI-free email alternative.
Route 66 Broadband is locally owned and operated company with a local attitude. What that means to you is better service. With internet service and digital TV in Needles, Golden Valley, Mojave Valley, and Golden Shore. Call Needles at 760-326-4190 and Golden Valley at 928-565-4190. Be sure to check out the website at Route66Broadband.com. It's all about reliable high-speed service and much more.
From the KTOX AM 1340 and 92.9 FM Weather Center, I'm Charles Dixon. Clear sky and 84 degrees on Route 66 in Needles, and good afternoon to listeners in Bullhead City. Currently clear sky and 84 degrees for you. Getting down to 59 overnight tonight. Friday's high will be in the upper 70s. Sky is clear. Temperatures in the mid-80s on Saturday. That's your KTOX Tri-State weather. Brought to you by Route 66 Broadband.
This is KTOX.
The opinions voiced on the Rob Hanson radio program are those of the host and the callers, and not necessarily those of KTOX and Reuben Broadcasting.
Oh, my goodness gracious me, Mercy Sex Alive. Welcome back. It's hour number 2 of the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. Got Henry in studio with me, and we're going to be talking a little bit of city politics.
Radio program on KTOX 1340 AM, now with FM 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
And welcome back. 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. Oh, you know, he came in armed with this
agenda.
Agenda, yes.
And I could talk about it because it's already been
it's
already
been done.
Publicized.
What the agenda was this for upcoming meeting?
No, that was Tuesday.
Okay, this was Tuesday.
So I'm going to talk about what happened. Yeah.
Well, the things he can't talk about, I will start off with the super duper uber top secret executive session.
I could read the bullet points on that.
No, you can't.
You can.
I'm going to protect you.
Good. You
from that.
And you put any twist on it that you want.
That's
to.
exactly
Awesome.
what I'm going to do.
I knew you were going to awesome.
Okay, in executive session, conference with legal counsel regarding potential initiation of litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 45956.9 D4. Number of cases, 2. In other words, they're getting ready to sue somebody. Item number 2, conference with labor negotiator pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6, agency negotiator Patrick Martinez, city manager, unrepresented employee, treasurer. That's interesting. Conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation pursuant to Government Code 54956.9 D1. City of Needles versus Brown. Superior Court of the County of San Bernardino, case number CIV MB 2200074. In other words, that's a Brown Act violation. Neener. Somebody's in trouble. Somebody got trouble. They're getting ready to get a misdemeanor. Neener. Maybe a felony. Who knows? Anyway, I doubt it's Henry.
And further in the news, Needles is going to get a grocery store. We're going to get a Home Depot.
Okay,
we're going to get a
right.
Walmart. And guess what else we're getting? We're getting a Costco. I'm sorry, it's not April Fool's what that is. We're not getting none of them.
No, of course not.
But what we are getting
is deeper in debt.
Deeper in debt. No, we're we had the on the agenda. There were some certain items that were pretty good.
Okay.
We had presentation. We presented the appreciation to the Rodeo Association, which
nice?
They did put on a good rodeo, and Mayor Jernigan presented a proclamation of declaration for a Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is April 2026. So that was really neat. I mean, those are kind of stuff that we really need to get. And then we had a public hearing, which was with the Housing Authority, which went pretty good. We have a housing authority here, and which was running really bad when I started council, and we had to take over the housing authority. City council had to take over the housing authority, and we finally got someone. I think last year or the year before.
That's competent.
That's competent enough to take it back. So now that the housing authority is doing really good in Needles.
Good.
And then we went on to a few different things that approving the warrants, approve the minutes. Authorize electrical stuff to be installed at the booster station at well 15, which was good. We needed that.
Mm-hmm.
This was on the consent calendar, and these consent calendars. I mean, this you're talking like $10,000-$20,000 stuff,
right?
Anything over that, I kind of pull it and want the people to know in our city. And also, then we went to the, let's see, what was the one that we had? Okay, Urban Futures Incorporated, a general organization, bond financial advisory services. So they are looking into the bond that we have for this city, that we don't have for the city, that we're planning on putting on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking into it, see if it's feasible to put on the ballot to have all our roads done all at once. And that will increase our homeowners tax.
So in other words, you're going to lean on the citizens of Needles, who most of them are on fixed incomes,
right,
and attempt to get them to pay for all the roads where you all promised, and not necessarily you, but you all, as far as the city council and previous city councils and city managers, have promised that all the road funds would be paid for by the pot shops and the grow ops here in town.
Unfortunately, the pot shops and the grow ops and the whatever is not enough to pave our roads. It's a 15-year plan.
Obviously.
It's a 15-year plan. And I'm the one that brought this up to be put on the agenda.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm the one that brought it up because all our residents in our city, even the ones that are on fixed income, like me, I have to pay for tires on my car. I have to pay for repairs on my car when something happens. My last set of tires that I bought lasted me 20,000 miles because of the roads here.
Ugh.
Now, the bond is only going to cost me, personally, probably $100 a year. Probably $100 a year on my taxes, on my property taxes.
Mhm.
That's probably all it's going to cost me. It saves me money in the long run on wear and tear on my car, and we're going to have brand new roads if in case this does pass.
Okay, but this is you're going to be discussing about putting something on the November ballot.
It's going to be on the ballot. Citizens are going to be able to vote on it. We're not going to decide. We're going to decide whether it gets put on the ballot.
That's what this is.
Correct.
This is what happened. You guys decided to put it on the ballot. Okay,
that's
great.
exactly what that was.
The hell was that?
Now the council also is to provide guidance for possible ordinances on certain streets that they're going to have commercial vehicles prohibited. Now this was brought up by the mayor, and it was brought up incorrectly. She wanted the overnight parking for commercial vehicles. This is the big rig trucks, which makes sense to me. They're parking everywhere overnight, and none of our roads here are banned from semis, so you can park all on residential and everything here.
Mm-hmm.
So she put up there that we have overnight parking, which it's starting to get a little bit out of hand. So I understand that. Now the other thing that was brought up was provide direction for staff on the parking modifications on F Street, Front Street, including 2-hour parking and no parking. Now, what was brought up is the no parking was on Front Street in front of BNSF. And the argument they had is the thrift shop there, St. Vincent de Paul,
Mm-hmm.
backs their truck up there, and people have to go around them, and then there's cars parked on the other side.
Well,
wait a minute. They back up. So they're not legally parked to begin with. So and then I said, well, because they're illegally parked, so you want to make an ordinance for the law-abiding citizens. So that was my point that I brought up on that.
Now, hang on a second. Now, the loading zone there for St. Vincent de Paul, semi-truck backs up to them.
It's not a semi. It's a pickup truck.
But
they back up. They don't park parallel on the curb like they're supposed to. They back up to it at an angle.
So they can access a door easily.
Right. Which legally they can't do that. They can't obstruct a road. So I mean, we let it go. They can do it. That's fine. We don't have a problem with it. But you don't make parking.
Wasn't the dog playing with my cane? It was your crock-covered foot.
You don't make it illegal for people to park because to compensate for someone that's parking illegal.
Yeah.
So that was my point on that. The other one was
now hang on a second. Now this overnight big rig parking issue that you have.
Yes.
I've got a solution for it.
Okay.
I've got a matter of fact a really good solution for it. Who owns that land out there behind the gas stations and the I don't know.
That is a truck stop already.
What used to be Carl's Jr.
Yeah, that is a truck stop already.
Not directly behind that. I'm talking about further back. Who owns that land?
Well, that's all the people who own all those 3 gas stations on the west side. Same person that owns Carl's Jr.
Okay.
They own all of that, and they are planning on building a big truck stop there.
Well,
okay. That won't solve the solution of people parking because they're parking in residential neighborhoods because they live there. They're parking overnight.
All right. So you really can't restrict people from parking at home overnight.
You can on a semi. On an 80,000-pound truck, you can.
You're gonna get blowback from that one.
Well, you're not going to get much.
No, you're going to get a lot of blowback from that one.
But anyway,
you got to remember this town. There's a lot of truckers.
Well,
in this town.
my argument on that is now you want to block trucks from coming into our town.
Yeah.
So that was my argument. So we want to grow our town, but now you're blocking trucks from coming into our town. That was my argument on that.
Yeah, let's go to the phones real quick. KTOX, you're on the air.
Parking overnight in residential neighborhoods, are you saying that it's people coming through on the I-40, they need to sleep, so they're going to park in a residential neighborhood because it's the only place they can find?
No, they're going to their houses.
No, what it is, Kenny, is there's one certain person that parks on Aaron Drive, and the mayor doesn't like the truck parked there, and so she makes it so we don't park anywhere. So she gets a wild hair, and she wants to ban everything. Just like I was going to go on further with this, what she wants done with these 2-hour parking over there by the Santa Fe Park, which she thinks she owns.
Well, we'll go with that here in a minute.
Yeah, but yeah, you any town, you can't park. Or most of them have ordinances. You can't park a truck in residential. I understand that part right there. That's most cities are like that. But people are already doing. You don't get mad at somebody because they're doing it and take it out on them, without talking to the residents. I mean, when I come up with a problem, I go to the residents and say, "What do you think of this?" And on that part where those people are, the truck is parking, I've talked to those people there. They don't care the truck's parked there. They don't at all, because it doesn't bother them whatsoever.
Well, and not only that's their neighbor.
Yes,
it's their neighbor. They like him.
Yep.
He's probably a nice guy. He doesn't let his truck idle.
Right.
Overnight like I used to in Wyoming, because it was freezing.
You have to, yeah.
Kind of have to, but neither. Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Chuck.
Oh no, you insulted Kenny.
I'm sorry, Kenny. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was wondering what type of operators were parking in the areas, in residential areas.
Well, downtown, I can say this for sure. You've got Cisco
Yep.
downtown.
Yep.
And you've got people who are delivering to Cisco.
Yep.
That park downtown, but in that lot downtown, that lot by the park.
And they're in and out though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they're there overnight. They're there overnight.
The Cisco trucks, yeah.
Or the trucks delivering to Cisco. They're there overnight. They wake up in the morning, they make their delivery, and then they pop out of town again.
Right.
So you're going to make it harder for them to deliver their goods.
That's the 2-hour parking that the mayor wants, yeah.
Well, yeah, the truckers are bound to logbooks, and
correct.
They have to get a certain amount of sleep at least on the book.
Correct.
Yep.
And when you start narrowing the opportunities they have to pull over in places to accomplish that mission, things get worse and worse. They get attitudes. Maybe they take out on someone on the road.
One of the things that I avoided doing when I drove over the road, we're sleeping at truck stops if I could avoid it, because invariably, it doesn't matter if I was in Hicktown, USA, or a major city, invariably at 2 a.m. Want some company? Lot lizards coming up, trying to, ply you with sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And all I want to do is sleep. All I really want to do is sleep. And, so that's why I stay away. I stayed away from truck stops.
Truck stops, yeah.
I'd go someplace else where I could secure myself in my vehicle and take a nap.
Right.
And if I could afford it, well, I'd head to the Motel 6 or something, because they left the light on for me.
We'll leave the light on.
Well, some of them are parking the gore zones on the off ramps and on ramps.
Yes,
and I'll tell you what, I got a hell of a ticket doing that one.
Yeah, you get a ticket for that, yeah.
Yeah, I got a ticket for that. Where was that? That was in Nevada. I got a ticket for.
Yeah, they frown on that sometimes. Sometimes they'll come and get everybody, or most of the time they leave everybody alone.
They have wake up calls.
Yeah.
But one person wasn't one officer wasn't feeling generous that day, and essentially wrote us all a ticket. It's like, okay, thank you.
Just was real quiet about it. Wrote the tickets.
What's that?
Real quiet. Wrote all the tickets and left.
No, they'd wake them up, grab your logbook, grab your this. They sit there and they'd be writing, and they blocked us in so we couldn't leave. So no running. Everybody's getting a ticket today. This is the county payday. Anyway, all right. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. 855-586-9130. Where are you going, Henry? You're walking away again. All righty. We'll be right back after these very local messages. Holy cow. KTOX Needles. Brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi. Because time is money, and we're always on time.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm gonna keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay. Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Psst. Yeah, it's me, your heart. Listen to me. We've got to talk. High blood pressure is serious, and yours? Whoa. What happened to us? We used to be so much more active. But lately you've been ignoring me. I know you think I'm just gonna keep ticking away forever, but you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know that. But I like my job. Just treat me better. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. Let's get to it. After all, we're in this together.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. As a volunteer, you deliver a hot, nutritious meal and a friendly hello to someone just like your mother, grandfather, or next-door neighbor. These seniors are inspiring people with incredible stories to share, and they love to see you. The smiles you get back are priceless. Delivering with Meals on Wheels is easy, and you don't have to drive like me for it to be quick. You can volunteer your lunch break once a week or just once a month. With 1 in 6 seniors facing hunger and many more living in isolation, your lunch break can make a real difference. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
KTOX, we bring you facts without fear or favor.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Oh, yeah. And welcome back. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. You know, it's she's been out.
You can't give her nothing yet.
No. I know. Got to wait for a few minutes, babes. Anyway, 855-586-9134 is the number. Make sure you tune in Saturday for the Miss Rob Hanson radio program.
70s?
We are, pull up the microphone.
You're into the 70s now.
I am. We are doing 1970, top 40,
Woo-hoo.
1970. Yeah.
Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, we're starting to get in an era of music where I was actually, mostly cognizant of what was playing on the radio, but we'll see. It should be fun. It should be getting a lot wilder from here on out.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
yeah.
And, I look forward to that. 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. Of course, Sunday you can tune in to Recovery from Politics and then Tri-State Recovery Talk with Henry and Tundra. And who's out here making noise? You're not giving me my due. She's being vocal about it too.
Are you being vocal? What is it? You didn't get to chase a bird?
She's giving you the what for, bud.
She is.
Really the what for. Anyhow, but and of course Saturday we've got Michael's Michael's Sports Show.
Yes, from 8 to 9.
Yep, and then 1 to 3 we've got Pastor Jim and Pastor's Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, always so much going on. Of course, there's tomorrow with the afternoon drive-by and the Miss Rob Hanson radio program, Party Edition.
And you know what? In between, listen to us all the time because in between you'll catch a rerun here and there.
Well, you'll catch a rerun every day.
Well, I said here and there. So you gotta look. You gotta look for it.
You catch a rerun.
You gotta look for it.
Well, what's been kind of interesting is the previous day's rerunner is happening just before Michael's show.
Yes,
the previous day
from 12 to 2.
Yes, from 12 to 2. So
right.
You'll hear all this nonsense again tomorrow. So, make sure you turn your tape recorders on. So, getting back to this parking issue downtown. So, this was just up for discussion then, and you've gotten to table it for further information.
Yeah. The only part that was brought up was F Street right next to Santa Fe Park. There's like room for 3 people parking, and what they do is they take the Amtrak or the BNSF. They park there, and then they go and go out for their run in BNSF or Amtrak, which I've done before, and my concern was right across the street from that, where the different shops are at. There's angled parking there,
right?
And that's unlimited. So what they're going to do is they're going to just go right over there and park in the angled parking. If they take those parking places away from them, it makes no sense to me. It does. They're going to do that or park right in front of Santa Fe Park, where people actually, when they don't have to go to the bathroom, actually use that parking there to go to the park.
Yeah.
So it to me it was kind of, and to everybody else too, it was kind of like.
Well, you've got that dirt parking lot over there too that I've seen a lot of trucks use.
No, we're talking about Santa Fe employees. That's what the whole deal was about.
Oh, okay.
That's it, and what they're going to do. They're going to take away from the truckers too. Yeah, and they do use the field. The field's fine. That's a city-owned field right there. That's a kitty corner from
right.
Garces. That used to be the old hospital. Used to be in there, and it used to be the Chamber of Commerce. In there too.
I thought that was a concession stand. Honestly,
it should be a big swap meet there.
It should be a lot of things. Like a public bathroom.
Well, they should have one. Well, what they did at Duke Watkins Park, which is right up J Street. What they did there is they built another bathroom there. They have one already. It's already brick, and I complained about it. I says, "Why are you building one there? Why aren't we building one at Santa Fe Park? We should have one at Santa Fe Park."
Well, they do. They have the indoor indoor ones.
Well, they even asked me, "Well, what's the deal about that?" I go, "You have 2 bathrooms over there, and there's none at Santa Fe Park." Well, people will vandalize that at Santa Fe Park.
Oh,
guess what's happening at Duke Watkins Park?
Oh, I'm sure it's not being vandalized at all.
Oh, it's shut down until they can improve it to be it can't be vandalized. They're going to make it like prison type interior, and this is a prefab building that they keep destroying. It's already prefab. They already paid $275,000 for it to have it come out and put in. Now they're going to have to remodel it. So what they should have done is put the $275,000 building at Santa Fe Park and then build a brick building there. It's like the Three Bears thing. Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
No. It's not Goldilocks. You're thinking of Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs. Okay, yeah. Not the Bears. Goldilocks
and retarded.
I am retarded. Yeah, you build a straw house, then you build a wood house, and then you got to build a brick one.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing now. So it's like, it's. I mean, and I said something.
Go ahead, guys. You can say that out loud on. Just don't call in and say it out loud what that brick house is.
Yeah, and I said it's a show.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said that at council meeting.
Did you use the whole S word
at the meeting? No.
Why not?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
It's improper.
No,
you can say a crapper. It's pretty crappy.
Yeah, that's it. So. One of the things you were pointing out to me about this is $25,000 or something like that.
Yes, that goes for the Urban Futures Corporation. It's a financial advisory place that's gonna they're gonna go out and they're gonna advise people. They're gonna contact everybody in Needles, and they're gonna see if a bond's gonna be feasible to put on the ballot.
Okay.
They're going to contact. I don't know who they're going to contact, but that's just a deposit. It's not going to go that high, but that's just a deposit to approve up to that amount for the bond. And the bond's going to be, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal.
This is for the roads.
That's for the roads.
Okay.
To have every road done, and also another.
Does that include Dave Hayes Way out here too?
As soon as you go in there to
no, I've already brought it to a city council member. So
and I told you, yes, there is paperwork on that.
So fill it out.
Okay.
You won't.
And also, we did.
No, my idea. This actually was not my idea.
It was Steve Rubin's.
It was Steve Rubin's, the owner of the
and we
radio.
can do it. We can do it. We absolutely can do it. And I talked to the city manager about that, and he says you can absolutely do that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think it would resolve a confusion point.
Yes, because there is Balboa. Actually,
there's a
over
Balboa
mile.
Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
KTOX, you're on the air.
Kenny here.
Hi, Kenny. How you doing?
I was just thinking that will the bond outlast the roads?
Yes. Yes. See what the bond's going to do. The bond's going to have all roads taken care of, and that money that we're still using for roads is going to be for repairs. So it's going to keep up on any road that needs repair, and we also have a paving truck that we just approved. So now we have a paving truck and we have a sealing truck. So we have the equipment to do any repairs whatsoever on the roads.
Now here is where my cynicism comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Your lips are moving.
Well, I'm a politician.
Right.
Yeah,
and
a politician, when their lips are moving, they're usually lying.
Well, but you understand why I'm doing this, because we've heard this nonsense before. Here in Needles, we've heard this nonsense.
The cannabis is not going to pave these roads.
We get that.
Yeah.
We know that, and the income from that is steadily still declining.
Correct.
Yet, however, all right. Let's say this does pass, all right, and you get however many millions of dollars it is, you take out a loan, is essentially what you're doing.
Right.
And then you pave these streets.
Right.
All right. Do you honestly believe that future city councils are going to honor that agreement and use then the pot shop revenue to maintain these streets?
Pot shop revenue is going to go away, I think.
I think too.
I think it's going to be gone. I think. Well, like I said, we have the trucks now.
Mm-hmm.
We just approved a paving truck on Tuesday's agenda. We just approved it in the budget, and we have a seal truck already. So that's over $500,000 worth of equipment that we have to maintain the roads once they're done.
$500,000
and 2 trucks, yeah.
And 2 trucks.
Yep.
That are going to be going up for sale in 4 years for a tenth of the price.
Well, because we already got one. We have a paving truck, but it's not working. And why is it not working? Because it doesn't meet California compliance for the smog.
Well, I wonder how much I'll be able to buy that thing for and go out and pave Balboa or Dave Hayes.
Probably about $10,000. You get a $300,000 truck.
Oh my!
Probably for 5% of the value.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Has it been brought up at the meetings that maybe they should ignore the California smog rules?
Well, you don't want to bring that up at a council meeting because that is public record. If you bring that up,
if you don't bring it up, they think that everything's okay about the California smog rules. Obviously, they're not okay.
No,
so it needs
they're not.
to be changed.
They're not
so
because this part of California is under the same regulations as Sacramento is, where it's in LA is, where the smog requirements are needed. Right here, we do a smog when we transfer a car, but we don't do it every year. Like they do in the other parts of California, because we don't have the problem of smog here.
Well, if you keep it in the agenda all the time, and people keep complaining about it, maybe something can happen to make those rules go away.
Well, Kenny, I've tried dealing with Sacramento. I've talked to the officials from Sacramento, the congressmen, the assemblymen, the representatives. I've talked to them all, and the Democrats that come out I talk to, they say, well, it's an agenda we don't want to change because it's
obviously if the people demand change, there will be change, and the people can't demand it if they don't know what a silly issue it is.
Kenny, this is 5,000 people you're talking about. over the whole of California. And if we change it here in Needles, that means other border cities are going to have to change it too.
I'm not saying change it. Just ignore
it. I agree with you on that. I totally agree with you on that. And I have mentioned that in private, and now it's public, about just using it anyway. Now Kenny, get this. We just put in a new generator for a backup for our water, a backup for our water in case our electric goes out. What do you think that's run by?
Diesel.
Yep. Do you think that follows any kind of California regulations?
Probably not.
Yep.
So, in other words, here in about 3 weeks, I'll be able to pick up a really awesome diesel generator
for about 5% of what we paid for it.
How large of a truck did it take to deliver that generator?
Oh, that was a big truck. That was about I think it was a $300,000 generator.
Oh, it's one of those great big old cats. It's yellow and has cat on the side, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, something that'll be able to power the entire city.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Now, is it turbine operated or piston driven engine operating it?
Well,
probably
if it's diesel, it'd be piston. I think turbine have to have a different fuel, wouldn't it?
No, not really.
No, jet engine can run on any fuel.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure on that, but I asked him specifically, is it diesel? Is it diesel? Is it diesel? I had to ask that several different times. And
several different times, several different ways until they finally said, yeah, it's diesel.
Yeah.
So it's an internal combustion diesel engine.
Correct.
How many cylinders?
I
don't know. We don't have the specifications for it.
I don't know.
It's not Let me tell you what, in 3 weeks, when it goes up on auction, because the city of Needles has to sell it,
Rob will let you know.
I'll let you know after I buy it. Okay.
And
drag it down here to the radio station.
You'll have to keep it in Arizona because it's not California compliant.
Oh no! I can park it. I just really can't use it.
Actually, yeah, you could operate it. You can operate it in Arizona.
Yeah, I know, but how do I get the power back here to the radio station in California?
Run a wire across.
Well, obviously, you're going to have to run transmission lines.
Oh, sigh. Interstate transmission lines.
Interstate transportation of illegal power.
Illegal power, yeah, exactly. I mean, holy cow, they'd be busting on my door. All right, Kenny, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Bye. 855-586-9134.
Yeah, when we talked about that generator, I mean, we went back and forth on it. That they finally said it's diesel. So yeah, we do we go against California laws sometimes? I believe so. To get what we need to get for.
Hey, the biggest thumb in the eye that Needles has done was the sanctuary city.
Sanctuary city for
firearms. We'll be back. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi. Because time is money, and we're always on time.
Dandy Donuts and Deli offers the best donuts and pastries in the tri-state area, hands down, and they are baked fresh every day. Dandy features 9 flavors of boba tea and a variety of smoothies, including espresso, mocha, and Thai tea. Their deli menu makes for a perfect lunch when you're on the go. Dandy Donuts and Deli at 4630 Highway 95 in Fort Mojave. Order online for fast pickup or call 928-444-1100.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
KTOX would love to do your advertising. If your organization or business needs a little help, KTOX can get your name out on the air. We have the best advertising rates in the area. Reach us by email at ktoxradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562. That's ktoxradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562.
Dandy Donuts and Deli offers the best donuts and pastries in the tri-state area, hands down, and they are baked fresh every day. Dandy features 9 flavors of boba tea and a variety of smoothies, including espresso, mocha, and Thai tea. Their deli menu makes for a perfect lunch when you're on the go. Dandy Donuts and Deli at 4630 Highway 95 in Fort Mojave. Order online for fast pickup or call 928-444-1100.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Route 66 Broadband has always provided the fastest and most reliable service in Mojave Valley, Golden Shores, Golden Valley, and Needles. Amazing speed and flexible data plans. Digital TV and phone service available too. In Needles, call 760-326-4190. In Mojave Valley, call 928-565-4190. Visit their website at route66broadband.com.
Developers and investors, located in beautiful Needles, California. This is your opportunity. River Lux Resort, a city-approved 15-acre mixed-use development along the Colorado River, zoned PUD and C2, ready for retail, resort, and residential growth. Prime location between the river and the golf course, where lifestyle meets potential. Visit riverluxresort.com and discover the vision.
Hi, Crystal again from High Desert Heat. Never before in history has it been more important to hang on to your Second Amendment rights. Times are changing fast. Make sure you and your family are protected. At High Desert Heat, we have all your Second Amendment needs. Weekly CCW classes as well as training or even a try before you buy. Custom Cerakoting, engraving, ladies private, and group shooting classes. We are your hometown family-friendly one-stop shop. High Desert Heat, 4410 Highway 95, Fort Mojave, Arizona, 928-763-4328.
Dandy Donuts and Deli offers the best donuts and pastries in the tri-state area, hands down, and they are baked fresh every day. Dandy features 9 flavors of boba tea and a variety of smoothies, including espresso, mocha, and Thai tea. Their deli menu makes for a perfect lunch when you're on the go. Dandy Donuts and Deli at 4630 Highway 95 in Fort Mojave. Order online for fast pickup or call 928-444-1100.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Has anybody told you about Coast to Coast AM tonight?
Coast to Coast is one of those programs that deals with strange mysteries. We'll look at Bigfoot. We'll look at UFOs. We'll look at real science. And we'll also look at conspiracies and what it all means to you, the listeners of Coast to Coast AM.
It's the best in overnight talk radio. Coast to Coast AM.
That's Coast to Coast every night at 10 p.m. right here on KTOX.
KTOX 1340 AM, standing up for truth, justice, and a decent cup of coffee.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
And hello again. We are back. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. We was discussing dinner plans. I feel like Chinese tonight, and tried to invite my very dear friend Henry along with me. He's okay, so fine, whatever.
I just had it 2 days in a row.
I know. That's okay.
3 days. No, I draw the line right there.
I understand. It's all good.
Yeah, go back to council. There's council requests at the end, and how I present my council requests is I start off by saying, I've talked to residents of this city, and this is what has been requested by several different residents.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and talked about the street lights on Coronado between J Street and Aaron Street. There's one each at the end, and they work fine. The two in the middle are out. And they are concerned about that because they walk from the store to their house, and they have a problem with that. And the person that lives right on the corner of Bailey and Aaron has been having problems with people coming by and not stopping at that four-way stop sign and almost getting in accidents, along with the e-bikes messing up the streets.
What do you mean the e-bikes messing up the streets?
E-bikes will come scooting right by the cars when they're trying to.
Oh, gotcha.
Not obeying the laws. And then another resident said on L Street, from Broadway to the high school, there used to be the hoof marks from the Mustangs.
Right.
They used to have that on the streets. Was painted by the incoming freshman high school class. And since they paved the road a couple of years ago, they haven't put them back.
Oh, no.
So I asked if they would look into having the freshmen go out there and paint the roads with the hoof marks, like they have the underpass.
Right.
The underpass is
the seniors.
They got the seniors, but that used to be a thing for the freshmen, and I was that was requested from a person that had graduated about 8 years ago from there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like 26 years old, and she was saying, you know what, I missed that because mine was there, and I enjoyed seeing mine, and then when they repaved it, it was gone. And they haven't brought them back.
That's too bad. That's too bad. There are some traditions that should be maintained.
Yes.
And, if they're not maintaining those traditions, well, you get to lose things. You lose things.
Mm-hmm.
Lose things a lot. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I requested that they look into putting them back, so that the word's out there.
Or at least inviting the school to put those back.
Right. Right.
And saying, hey, you've got our permission, go ahead, go nuts.
It's put out there in public, so if you don't say something, you're not going to get fed.
You don't say something, you're not going to get
Well,
fed.
that's true. If you don't ask.
Yeah.
And us being on council, our voices mean something. The city manager has to look into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like a regular resident will come up and say something, and the manager will write it down and talk to the person, and they get it done, but they don't really get it done, if you know what I mean.
I do. I understand that completely. Anyway, hey, look out for the weather this weekend. Tonight, patchy blowing dust after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy during the early evening, and then gradually clearing. Tonight's low is going to be around 57. Windy with a southwest wind, 9 to 14 miles per hour, becoming north 22 to 32 miles per hour.
Wow.
Winds could gust as high as 47 miles per hour, so it's going to be very windy overnight.
Oh, my gosh.
Tomorrow, patchy blowing dust, sunny with highs near 78. Very windy with north winds 36 to 41 miles per hour, decreasing 30 to 35 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 55 miles per hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, yeah. Especially if you have loose shingles. Say goodbye to them. They're going away. Anyway, Friday night, patchy blowing dust before 8 p.m. Mostly clear with lows around 57. Breezy with north winds 20 to 23 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 37 miles per hour. Saturday, patchy blowing dust before 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pardon me. Sunny with highs near 90. Breezy with north winds around 18 to 23 miles per hour, decreasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 36 miles per hour. Saturday night, looking at lows around 60. Sunday, mostly sunny with highs near 95.
Perfect weather except for the wind.
Yeah.
When it gets at 95, you're not going to have it windy, you see.
Yeah. Well, should be okay Saturday night and Sunday night.
Well, the thing with it being windy, too, out here in the desert, people like to grow trees. And I have a mesquite tree in the front, and I had them in the back, too. You got to watch them because they'll uproot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They'll uproot. You got to watch them, make sure they're tied down and all that stuff. I have 2 in my backyard now that are mature, and they have thick roots, and they're good, but they have blown over. The one has blown over 3 times.
Oh,
I mean, actually uprooted it. I had to put it back in as it's growing up. They're about 9 years old now.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but you're going to be cooling down through next Thursday. Thursday, mostly sunny with highs near 86. So we're going to get we're cycling warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. We're not at consistent triple digits yet.
And by the way, that's the bike run weekend.
Yeah,
next weekend. So if you got a Harley and you want to get out and ride, go down there. Go down to.
And make sure you cruise by Henry's house so it drives his dog's nuts.
Because she likes motorcycles. You like motorcycles? She does.
She does. She likes motorcycles.
She does. Now that's going to be at Community Park.
Yeah.
Community Park. I think it's going to start Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it's not as big as the Laughlin Run, but it's someplace for bikers to go to.
It's coming back slowly.
Right.
It's rebuilding slowly. And
right.
That's all right. At least it's there. Anyhow, my goodness gracious, we got 10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Henry, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in and talking about the city, what's going on in the city.
Sure. You know what? I want to make people aware of that on the radio to broadcast it out. You know, what happens at our city council meetings. Because a lot of people don't get a chance to go.
Absolutely. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. Go out there and make the universe a better place. And you know what? Go get your ham radio licenses.
KTOX and K281CR Needles.
If you're just turning on your radios,
this is KTOX.
Bring you up to date on the news.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to a 10-day ceasefire, which is now in effect. White House